What's up, football fans? Monday Night Football is back, and even though it's preseason, this one has all the ingredients of a real showdown. The Cincinnati Bengals and Washington Commanders are clashing again under the bright lights of ESPN's primetime slot, and the excitement is off the charts. For the Bengals, it's a chance to shake off their slow starts and build momentum with Joe Burrow and the starters seeing some action. For Washington, it's all about evaluating young talent and giving fans a glimpse into the future. Whether you're here for the stars, the rookies, or just that Monday Night Football magic, this game has storylines worth watching. Let's rewind for a moment. These two teams actually faced off last season in a regular season Monday Night Football contest, where Washington came out on top in a high-scoring 38-33 victory. That game proved Washington could punch above its weight, while Cincinnati had to reflect on what went wrong. Now, in preseason, the stakes are different, but the pride is still there. The Bengals don't want to start the year looking sluggish, and the Commanders want to show they've got depth across the roster. Preseason may not count in the standings, but coaches, players, and fans treat it as the first step towards something bigger. Cincinnati's plan for this matchup is clear. Head coach Zac Taylor wants his starters on the field for at least part of the action. That means Joe Burrow, Ja'Marr Chase, and key pieces of the Bengals offense will be out there early, testing their rhythm before the real season begins. This is important for a team that has often started slow, costing them valuable wins in September. If Burrow and his offense can find their groove now, it could set the tone for Week 1 and beyond. Bengals fans will be watching closely, not just for points, but for signs that this unit is ready to fire on all cylinders. On the other side, the Commanders are taking a different approach. Rookie quarterback Jayden Daniels isn't expected to play in this one, leaving fans eager but patient about seeing their new leader in action. Instead, Washington will showcase depth at multiple positions, with rookies like Josh Conerly Jr. and Jacory Croskey-Merritt stepping into the spotlight. These preseason snaps are golden opportunities for young players to prove they deserve real roles once the regular season kicks off. For Washington's coaching staff, it's less about winning the game and more about identifying who can contribute when the games start to count. Even though the preseason is technically just practice, the atmosphere of Monday Night Football adds a different flavor. The primetime slot means a national audience, the ESPN crew of Joe Buck, Troy Aikman and company calling the action, and millions tuning in to see which players shine. For many rookies, this might be the biggest stage they've ever played on, and nerves will be tested. Veterans know the drill, but even for them, hearing that iconic MNF theme music can bring a rush of adrenaline. It's part of why fans love preseason games in primetime. It feels like a dress rehearsal for the real thing. So what's at stake for the Bengals? Simple. Momentum. Cincinnati has all the talent in the world, but has struggled to start seasons fast. If they can execute cleanly tonight, avoid sloppy mistakes, and build chemistry among starters, it'll be a step toward rewriting that narrative. Preseason is the time to iron out miscommunications, work through timing issues, and test new play designs. For Joe Burrow, it's about getting live reps after off-season recovery and ensuring he's in sync with his offensive line and receivers. Every snap counts, even if the scoreboard doesn't. For Washington, the focus shifts toward growth and evaluation. Josh Conerly Jr., a promising rookie offensive lineman, will get a chance to protect his quarterbacks and show he belongs against NFL-level competition. Running back Jacory Croskey-Merritt is another name to watch as he battles for a bigger role in the offense. Fans love preseason because it often introduces them to future stars before they become household names. Tonight's game could be the first time Commanders fans see glimpses of players who will play pivotal roles in seasons to come. That's the beauty of these games, discovery. Now, let's talk numbers. According to the odds makers, Cincinnati enters this game as the favorite, with a spread of Bengals -3 and an over-under of 43.5 points. While betting lines in preseason can be unpredictable due to shifting lineups, they still offer insight into expectations. Oddsmakers believe Cincinnati's starters will make enough of an impact early to tilt the game in their favor. But Washington's depth, particularly on defense, could make this a tighter contest than the spread suggests. For fans who follow the odds, the preseason might be tricky, but it still adds an extra layer of intrigue to the game. When you look at both rosters, you see two organizations at different stages of development. Cincinnati is built to contend now, with stars like Burrow, Chase, and T. Higgins leading the way. Their Super Bowl window is open, and they know it. Washington, meanwhile, is retooling, with young talent stepping in and a new quarterback of the future in Jaden Daniels. These different trajectories make preseason matchups interesting. It's less about a rivalry and more about seeing how a proven contender and an emerging team approach preparation. Fans tuning in might ask, what can we realistically expect to learn from a preseason game? The answer? A lot more than you think. Coaches use these contests to evaluate depth charts, test situational play calling, and get live looks at how rookies handle pressure. For players on the bubble, every snap could determine whether they make the 53-man roster or end up elsewhere. That makes the intensity real, even if the results won't show up in the standings. For viewers, it's a chance to spot breakout performers before the rest of the league catches on. Another layer of this matchup is health. For a team like Cincinnati, keeping starters healthy is just as important as building chemistry. Coaches want them sharp, but not overexposed. It's a balancing act. Give Burrow and company enough time to establish rhythm, but pull them before unnecessary risks. Washington faces the same dilemma with its young core. Protecting players while still giving them reps is one of the toughest parts of preseason coaching. That's why you'll see rotations, early substitutions, and sometimes even surprising lineup decisions. Of course, football is also about storylines. For the Bengals, the question is, can they finally start a season strong? For the Commanders, who among the rookies will step up? These narratives keep fans invested beyond the scoreline. Even if the final result doesn't matter, the answers to these questions will shape each team's outlook heading into the fall. And in the NFL, where every regular season game carries weight, preparation in August can pay off in December. That's why these preseason moments matter more than they seem at first glance. The broadcast element also deserves attention. ESPN is using this matchup as a tune-up for its flagship Monday Night Football coverage. Joe Buck, Troy Aikman, Lisa Salters, and Laura Rutledge will all be part of the broadcast, giving fans a full MNF experience. This isn't just preseason for the players, it's also preseason for the production team, testing out graphics, camera work, and sideline reporting flow. For fans watching at home, it makes the game feel big, even if it doesn't affect playoff standings. It's all part of setting the stage for when the regular season kicks off. Let's not forget the fans in the stands. Preseason tickets may not carry the same price tag, but the atmosphere still buzzes, especially under primetime lights. For families, it's often a first chance to bring kids to an NFL game at a more affordable cost. For die-hard fans, it's a chance to see roster battles up close and maybe even interact with players. The energy is different, but it's genuine. Hearing chants, seeing jerseys everywhere, and watching fans cheer for both rookies and veterans adds to the unique charm of preseason football. So, when the Bengals and Commanders meet under the Monday Night Football banner, it's more than just another preseason game. It's about preparation, evaluation, and building excitement for the season ahead. Cincinnati wants to sharpen its stars and shake off its slow start label, while Washington looks to showcase rookies and build for the future. fans get to witness both journeys collide in a game filled with storylines, passion, and potential. At the end of the night, the score may fade, but the lessons, performances, and energy of this matchup will carry into the regular season. That's what makes preseason special, and that's why we'll all be watching.